What's good, everyone? OJ over here, and welcome to my top hype moments from the recent Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct. There was a ton of great information that was shared in that Direct, guys. My mind was blown throughout the whole time. I was getting hype. Man, it was just so good, but I wanted to go over some of my top moments in terms of new features being added into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This is in no particular order, but maybe you guys can piece together what I'm most hype about when it comes to things. So let's go ahead and start off with the first one here, Tournament Mode. So in this mode, you're going to be able to have 32 players all go at it in tournament mode, just like they had in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. So I know that they took out offline tournament mode when it comes to Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. There was like an online tournament mode that you can do, but now you're going to be able to access that offline like they had it in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and that's fantastic. I love the tourney mode in Brawl. I used it every now and then. I thought it was pretty cool to have something like that, and I was a little upset that it wasn't included in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, but it is back and better than ever, and I'm really excited that Nintendo has decided to put this one in there. Masahiro Sakurai and his team is doing a phenomenal job when it comes to it, and tournament mode is going to be really cool, especially just getting together with friends, playing some tournaments, and it might be able to be used for other things. I'm not sure if they'll be able to use it for like an official tournaments, like let's say like the bigger ones in the competitive scene, just because you're going to have a lot more than 32 players, but maybe you're going to be able to have it for smaller end tournaments and of course parties as well. It'll be good for that. Maybe you guys all decide to pick random characters and then go into a tournament mode and see who can win, and it's just good just having that type of mode, being able to access it at any point. I think it was something that was missing from Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, so tournament mode is back in, and it was definitely one of my most hyped moments for the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct. All right, moving on to the next one here, we have the brand new Strike mode, and I love what they did with the Squad Strike. That's the official name for it, is Squad Strike. So when you're playing it, you can essentially participate in crew battles or 5-on-5, 3-on-3 skirmishes against other people. So it pits you against a team, and it gives you the option. You can pass the controller, of course, and give it to somebody else, or you can just play as one person playing it against somebody else, or even multiple other players. They even talked about that in the Direct, how it'd be fun to have multiple people kind of switch off characters in terms of that. And in the competitive scene, that's kind of called like the crew battle. So they built in a natural crew battle into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which is just phenomenal. 3-on-3, 5-on-5, let's go. Each player using 5 or 3 consecutive fighters in one battle. I absolutely love that. Of course, you'll be able to adjust the options in the battle timing and stats and all of that good stuff that you have all the customization for. In terms of things, stock count, the rules, all that will be customizable. But this is fantastic. This is fantastic that a mode like a crew battle or Squad Strike would make it in. I didn't think they would put something in like that, but it is in here and it is phenomenal. Just another reason to pick up Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. But it was hype seeing that because I didn't know anything. I didn't hear anything about that type of mode being in Super Smash Bros. Nothing was leaked on that. So Masahiro Sakurai kind of borrowing from the competitive community and putting in this Squad Strike mode. So that was definitely one of my most hype moments from the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct. Next, we're moving on to the stage morphing and stages. So it's kind of like a combo thing here. This is phenomenal. That was a really hype moment from the Direct. The fact that you can pick 2 stages and you can have them morph from one to another. It's not like it's never happened before because there was a Fire Emblem stage that did that, but the fact that we can actually pick what stages do that is so creative in this type of fighting game, and is just so different from what anybody was expecting. But you can also change them to a battlefield layout or Omega layout with no platform. So that just opens up all the options, including turning off stage hazards for stages and competitive play, in addition to just playing with your friends and having different options for each stage, having the maximum amount. So that was also fantastic about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct. I think that's actually one of the most underrated things people aren't talking enough about, is the stage morphing and what you can do there. So that was super hype. I can't wait to see what all of you guys do in terms of turning one stage into another stage and back and forth, man. That is such a great addition. I cannot stress how cool that would be. And will that be allowed in competitive play? Could that be some type of counter pick? Hey, we're going to start on this stage, then go to this stage. My mind is just blown at all the potential options that we could get, and the amount of stages is just incredible. Like, is there any other fighting game that you guys know of? Like, any other competitive game that you know of that is in this same vein with the crossover characters that has this much content in terms of battle arenas? I don't think there is, man. This is just amazing to see. So what do you guys think about the stages, and was that one of your most hype moments? Let me know in the comment section here. All right, and moving into the next most hype moment was definitely the Echo Fighters. So having the different Echo Fighters in there, I know it's the same character, guys. It's not anything in terms of a new character, but having the Echo Fighters in there with Richter Belmont, which was actually one of my most hype moments. That was super hype. I might have got most hype for that because that was completely unexpected. So to see Richter, you know, on top of what we're talking about in a little bit, was just amazing. That was so cool. But Dark Samus looks good. That little pose that Dark Samus does, they nailed that. And Chrom is finally back into the mix here. So awesome to see all the different Echo Fighters. I think it was really cool that they're putting them in there. And once again, like Marth and Lucina, they're kind of the same type of character, right? But they have different properties and characteristics. Chrom could have some properties and characteristics that you guys like more. So while we do have a lot of Fire Emblem characters, Chrom was highly requested by the community. Everybody wanted Chrom in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. So to see him finally get in, even as an Echo Fighter, is actually really cool. So I'm happy that Chrom is in. And Dark Samus, another Metroid franchise representative, definitely could use more of those. We got Ridley, now we have Dark Samus, we have regular Samus, and we have Zero Suit Samus. So a lot of Samuses, but still really good. But the Echo Fighters, in terms of the announcements, were really cool. I like all the ones that they added in there. So that was definitely one of my most hype moments as well. Now moving on to the next one here, kind of tying in with the character theme, King K. Rool being in there. When I was a kid, I was a huge fan of the Donkey Kong Country trilogy on the Super Nintendo. So to see King K. Rool make it in was awesome. He looks every bit as stupid as he looks in Donkey Kong Country in terms of the games. And I think that he's going to be a character to be reckoned with, man. I mean, I think he's going to be a nice character, especially with the buffs to the bigger characters in the games being quicker. I didn't really see too much of his moveset in terms of potential combos and things like that, just because I need to watch it a little bit more. But King K. Rool is a character that everyone kind of was expecting to be in there sooner and didn't get in, especially with how popular Donkey Kong Country was or is even at this point. Heck, 1.4 million on the Nintendo Switch already in terms of the port, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. It's cool to see King K. Rool kind of make that return in there, and Sakurai's trolling of King K. Rool with King DDD and everything, that was awesome to see as well, and their eyes busting through the glass. I mean, that was just a great reveal trailer, so that was super hyped to see that as well. All right, and moving on to the last thing, and I would probably say is my most hype moment. I'm gonna go ahead and say this is my most hype moment if I had to pick a top one, and that was Simon Belmont. Simon and Richter Belmont, the combination of Castlevania, finally being represented in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, but also the 34 tracks. The Sakurai music team getting pumped, getting hyped to see Castlevania representative in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, but to see Simon and the reveal trailer, Luigi got absolutely killed. Luigi got killed. He got destroyed. He got wrecked and completely bodied in the reveal trailer. And that's what I thought could happen. If you watch my PE live from the other night where I talked about the silliness of Goku being in Smash and all that, I said, yo, I think the reveal trailer, what's gonna happen, it's gonna be somebody or characters walking through a castle, Dracula's castle, and then they're gonna be scared, and then all of a sudden Simon Belmont's gonna come out with his whip and just start just whipping things, and that's exactly what happened. So to see Simon and all of his glory, the Thigh Master glory, oh my gosh, that was just incredibly hype for me to see his moveset and to see what he's going to do. And he's become an instant main for me. Well, I'm going to main Richter. I'm going to main Richter because I love Rondo of Blood. I actually like Rondo of Blood more than I like the Super Castlevania with Simon. But at the same time, they're still both great games. I like both games, but Rondo of Blood is just god tier, man. Rondo of Blood is so good. So I'll be playing Richter just as long as his properties aren't like completely jacked up or worse than Simon Belmont. Man, but that's just so good to see those characters in there, man. So good. And the 34 tracks. I love Castlevania music. It's probably my favorite video game music out there, or easily one of my top three. Definitely top three video game music. So to see so many different Castlevania tracks in there, and Simon and Richter Belmont with the items and everything that they can do, the cross and the axe and everything, man, it is going to be hype playing as Simon and Richter Belmont in Super Smash Bros. And I also think this could be the tease. This could be the tease that Konami is putting a new Castlevania game on the Switch. Now, as an honorable mention, I will say one of the hype moments of the Direct was actually seeing the menu screen and seeing how you can get messages, and all of that will be on the sidebar to where you can access that at any point, your friends and everything. So that is such a big improvement over what they had before on the Wii U, which was just a mess integrated with Miiverse. It was just absolutely a mess. So to see that sidebar and all the notifications and stuff, plus that tease for what it looks like a story mode, which we're going to talk about in PE Lives and other stuff later, but it does look like there's going to be a tease for that. So that's also an honorable mention as well. Potential story mode or brand new gameplay mode that's big, single player or something like that in the game. So what were your top moments of the Super Smash Bros. Direct? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of PlayerEssence across the internet in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon, Twitch, and YouTube live gaming pages and consider supporting PlayerEssence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emotes via YouTube sponsorship. So check out the link in the description below and consider supporting PlayerEssence right here on YouTube. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you for the next video. Peace!